Hi, welcome back, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is going to be a you versus them reading mid-April. For those of you who are not familiar, I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you might be dealing with. Look at the past energy, your perspective on each other, how you genuinely feel, and any blockages in the connection. Because it is general, it can be interchangeable, so keep that in mind. And also, the person you might be dealing with can be intimate or platonic, okay? So Capricorn, the shared energy here is the 11th house. So this is all about friendships, group activities, community, humanity, hope, common goals, and that may be a highlight of this connection during this time period. Also, this card reminds me of the sign of Aquarius. Some of you might be on the cusp of that or dealing with one, okay? But for the rest of you, yeah, it's kind of an experimental type of energy, a little bit of a rebellious energy, okay? And that's the shared energy in the connection during these next few weeks. So let's see what your supporting energy is, Capricorn. What is Capricorn's supporting energy? The Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups talks about departure, moving forward, leaving the past in the past, walking away from a situation that no longer serves you, or, emotions that no longer serve you, okay? And that makes sense given that, again, the shared energy was the 11th house of, startups, the future. So a lot of you are looking to your future, not really interested in the past much, okay? And let's see what the person you're dealing with. They have the Eight of Swords, Six of Cups as their supporting energy. So this person, they want to be supportive, or they're being supported in the energy, but they're also placing self-restriction here, okay? Like self-limiting beliefs, self-limiting thoughts. They may be holding themselves back from showing you support, from showing you emotion. That could be purposely, or it could be unconscious, where they're just letting their own thinking, their own negative thoughts weigh in on the connection, okay? So it's going to be different for each of you, but that's kind of the vibes I'm feeling here. So let's see, Capricorn, what the recent past energy is on your side and their side, recent past, going into mid-April, recent past. Three of Cups. So then Judgment. And the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so Capricorn, in the recent past, this energy is all about reconciling your thoughts, reconciling your emotions, making some decisions that are in your highest good. But this also talks about, making judgment calls to follow your emotional satisfaction regardless, okay? So you may have had a connection here where you felt a little bit tied down or obligated, or there was some restrictive energy around it. And I think Capricorn, coming into this month, there is a decision to follow, where your heart is. And that's really funny because the song that I woke up to, and I knew I was going to do Capricorn's reading today, was Listen to Your Heart by Roxette. And it's playing in the back of my mind. So I feel like that's been a large pull for you to follow what your heart's desire is, what your heart is truly looking for, okay? So let's see what this person's energy is. The World, the Ten of Swords. So I heard death of the ego. So this person may be going through transformations within their ego, within their personality, within how they view themselves and how maybe they view the exterior world. Because that's immediately the message that came to mind when these cards came out. This person is learning to practice self-love, okay? And that may have been something they were having difficulty with in the past, okay? I think that this person is walking away from things that have hurt them, and They're actually successfully completing a karmic cycle in their life, coming into this moment, okay? And it's for them, it's highlighting their emotional well-being, how they love, how they are in relationships, all being looked at here, okay? So, your perception of this person, Capricorn. Wow, got too many cards out here. So 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, the Moon, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups. Well, there's a lot of emotion here, okay? You could perceive this person as a very emotional person. It could be a water sign for some of you. Or you hold a lot of emotions. But, you know, I feel like you see this person as someone that, you know, you want or have a lot of past history with, that there's a lot of emotions being suppressed at times. This person's not very good, or at least you feel, at expressing their emotions all of the time. Sometimes they can be a bit physically or emotionally distanced from you, and they're slow to change, you know. But I also think that you feel this person has a beautiful and genuine heart. And there's genuine emotion here, okay, and how you perceive this connection or this person. There is a sense of seeing, it's not that you're seeing what you want to see, but you know that this person has a much softer side than maybe other people know about them. And you see the light in this person, and it creates a certain emotion inside of you, okay? So let's see how this person perceives you, Capricorn. Ugh. I just got the idea person. They perceive you as an idea person. You got a lot of ideas, Capricorn? I don't know. The Page of Swords, the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands is their perception of you. So I feel like, yeah, this person thinks that, you know, you got a lot of bright ideas, or, you know, some of them, it's like they see that you have all these ideas, but they don't really see you putting action into it. Maybe because you can't, or maybe because you don't trust the situation. It's interesting that the word ideas came up. They see that you have a certain idea about spirituality, your life, your emotions. And I actually think that inspires them. I think that it sparks something inside of them, all right? And even if they perceive that spark as negative or bad, it's actually helping them to see things in a different viewpoint, okay? Helping them to go outside of the box of what their traditional thinking is, or where they're comfortable at. And their perception of you is that you bring that out in the connection. They view you as intuitive. They view you as a little bit untrusting. And if it's intimate, they have a strong sexual or physical attraction here. So let's see how you genuinely feel. How you genuinely feel. You have the Devil here, which is your card, Capricorn. So in your reading, obviously that's going to mean something different. And then the Six of Swords. So you genuinely want this person to be more vulnerable with you, Capricorn, so that things can move forward, all right? Or, you know, or it's a sense of like, if this person cannot be more vulnerable with you, then you are more than willing to move forward. Again, I see if this is intimate, there's a strong sexual connection here. Okay, well, some of you, it's the best you ever had. Or they feel that way about you, because that came to mind. For others of you, it's just that, yeah, it's like wanting to come together, but only if this person can be genuinely open and emotionally vulnerable with you. And if not, then I feel like you have no problem pushing things forward, moving forward, and emotionally distancing yourself there. So how do they genuinely feel about you, Capricorn? Eight of Swords. Yep, they had the Eight of Swords out twice. This person gets stuck in their own negative thinking a lot. It really restricts their own energy. So they are the Five of Wands, the Two of Swords. Whoa. This person, they find you challenging. You know, they genuinely don't know what to think. Like, sometimes I feel like this person genuinely wants to pull their hair out sometimes, because I don't think they know what to think. There's uncertainty here. There's trust. They don't trust themselves, or maybe they're not open during this time frame. There is kind of like, this person views the connection as a struggle, but the struggle is all up here. It's all in their head. It's all in their thoughts, you know, and they can't even see that. They're not aware of that. They want to ignore sometimes the connection, you know. They find it challenging. They assume the worst, assume negative intent, and all of that blocks the connection. So what is the black for Capricorn? Commitment. The Ace of Pentacles. This is the black, Capricorn. So, you know, that could be downright like commitment issues, or, you know, not wanting to commit anymore to the situation. Some of you, it could be that this person's in a committed relationship. You know, it's going to be different for each of you, but something to do with commitment is the block on your side. What's this person's block? The Queen of Cups. They're not in tune with their emotional well-being. Capricorn, whoever you're dealing with during this time frame, they are so up here, okay? And it could have, you may not even be the reason this person's all in their head. It could be other things going on within the world, within their life. There's a lot going on right now. But regardless, this person is really, really, really stuck up here. And they are not able then to connect with their emotional self and get emotionally balanced, because their attention is on, you know, really their shadow self, honestly. So the blockage is the person's emotions, not being in tune with them, not being connected to them, or not being able to control them. So, what's the most likely next steps? Four of Cups. King of Cups, and then the Knave of Swords. There's some trust issues here. So here's your next steps, Capricorn. So it's like, you know, emotionally, you're trying to be very mature about the situation, even though I think if you allow yourself to get caught up in your own shadow self, or in gossip, or in, you know, like smack talking, or, you know, let your mouth start running, I think that, you know, you're going to kind of get in your own way here, because it could be very tempting to do. But I feel like your stance is to be emotionally mature about the situation and try to find commonalities versus trying to find the difference here, okay? But I do think that there is definitely an untrusting issue, an untrusting vibe here. There's a lot of opinions being thrown, either around the connection or within the connection. And it's there's a lot of emotion here, but it's being controlled to a high degree and or being suppressed. Okay? Let's see what this person's future energy is. Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So, Capricorn, yeah, this person is completely emotionally shutting down. Your person is being sucked into their shadow self, okay? They may have a lot of emotions going on that they are not speaking about, or that they might not even be aware of why they are all in their head. Like, because I do feel like this person is not conscious of the fact that they are not in tune emotionally and logically. They are very out of balance. Like, the person's chakras are out of alignment here, okay? And it's like they're trying to think about their emotional self, and because they, you know, I guess they're trying to figure out how they feel. I'm getting frustrated because I feel like this person needs kind of a timeout, okay? To really think about how they're feeling, why they're feeling that way, and what they can do to heal that energy and remove the restriction. Okay, because they're being supported in the energy to do that, and they are being pushed to the edge, okay, so to speak, on a spiritual level, and it's forcing them to go outside of the way that they typically would think, the way that they were brought up for some of them, the way that they've dealt with things. All of that is being asked to be looked at and being encouraged to change. And I feel like this person is feeling a lot, but they don't really understand where that's coming from. They're stuck in their head, you know. It's like they completed a cycle here, a karmic cycle in the past regarding love and relationships and self-love, but then they have yet to like truly understand the cycle or the why. And so therefore they're still out of balance here. Now, Capricorn, your energy is, you know, you see the light in this person. It could be very frustrating for you to see this person go down this rabbit hole like that, because you see the lightness in this person. You know that they are an emotional being, but also if they're not willing to be vulnerable with you, then I don't see you being vulnerable necessarily with them, because I don't know, some of you just don't think that's your place to do that. But I do see that there is some, like, either other people weighing in on this, or there's outside influences here to the situation. All right. And you're trying to, I think, take the emotionally mature response. And if you're not, then you're being encouraged to take the emotionally mature response, to focus more on the future and humanity as a whole and commonalities versus differences. Not the easiest thing to do, but that is the energy that's being encouraged here. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with, and don't get too caught up on this because it's a general reading, guys. But could be dealing with, like I said, Aquarius. Could be Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, another Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra. I think I already said that. Yeah, it's mostly water and air and Capricorn, but it can be any zodiac sign, like I said. Also, please don't forget to check out my Instagram, Facebook, and my other YouTube, all linked in the description box below. If you click the little arrow beneath my video, it'll pop open the description box. You can click straight into the links from there, and please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. In addition to being able to subscribe for free, and please do, you can also become a private member for a small monthly fee. And if you click the blue join button, it'll tell you more about that. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, guys. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.